21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'll explain the push-ups later. If you've never been to this channel before, this is not a workout channel. All right, again, I'll explain those push-ups. All right, I want to welcome my preloaders. I always want to welcome you guys first. Welcome back. Always good to have you guys here with me. And as I stated in another video, two kinds of riders out there: your average motorcycle rider and preloaders. You guys are so important because, again, being dedicated to slow speed motorcycle operation, it's going to make you so much more confident on this motorcycle, which in turn is going to make you a much better motorcycle rider, a safer motorcycle rider, and you're going to enjoy riding this motorcycle that much more, because the days of this thing intimidating you, those days are coming to an end. Okay? All right. For those of you that have never been to this channel before and you're not subscribed to this channel and you're wondering what a preloader is, please go to the description section of this video and read the definition of what a preloader is and what preload is. You might be subscribed and you're not a preloader. I doubt that though, because most people that are subscribed to this channel are preloaders. That is one of the prerequisites. Okay? All right. My name's Robert. I'm a retired NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle lieutenant. I did a wonderful 22-year career with the NYPD. 15 of those years were spent with the motorcycle unit. The name of this channel is called Robert Simmons Paying It Forward. And I created this channel for two reasons. First, I want to share my knowledge, experience, and training that I received from the NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle unit with you guys, with a focus on slow speed motorcycle operation, because again, it's the most important skill to have to ride this motorcycle. In fact, I'm going to go as far as saying it's the one skill that proves you know how to ride this motorcycle, because at speed, this motorcycle needs very little input from you. It can ride by itself. But 15 miles per hour or less, that's when your true skill comes in, to be able to keep this motorcycle upright, make right turns and left turns and U-turns and all of that kind of stuff without feeling that fear and that intimidation and that doubt, okay? What I also want to do is help you be the boss of your motorcycle. And all that simply means is being in 100% control of this motorcycle, not being intimidated by it. That's when you're the boss. And it's also the perception of you being the boss. And what I mean by that is, if somebody's looking at you ride your motorcycle, if they see you duck walking your motorcycle, or if they see your landing gear come out when you're coming to a stop, you don't look sure, you don't look skilled, you look doubted, and you don't look like the boss. But if they see you handling that motorcycle at slow speeds, that's the perception of a boss. That's when you're the boss, and that's what I want to help you do. Okay? Lastly, I hope practice sessions in the parking lot, in this parking lot as a matter of fact, and that's on a weekly basis. That is free to my subscribers. Okay? If you're interested in coming out here and practicing with me, I'm in Pooler, Georgia. All you have to do is send an email to this email address on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. And in that email, just put, I'm a subscriber. Please add me to the list and include your name as well. All right. And when you get a notification for an upcoming practice session, there's a section on it that says there's a hold harmless agreement form that you have to fill out. Okay. That'll be sent with the announcement for the class. Okay. All right. That's what the channel is all about. This community is growing very quickly, which is good news to me, not for the reasons you might think. It's good news to me because every person, every new subscriber that I get, that's one more motorcycle rider that's interested in getting more proficient in operating this machine. That's important for all of us, okay? That 98%, that's the number of motorcycle riders that are not proficient in slow speed motorcycle operation. We're gonna start chopping that down, okay? We're gonna start chopping that down. I want to thank everyone that has contributed to my channel through donations. It's highly appreciated. Everything you guys do is appreciated. All right, I appreciate your emails. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate anything you guys send me. I don't take anything for granted. All right. If there's anyone else out there that would like to help contribute to the channel through donations, you can send donations via Zelle or Venmo to this email address on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. And if there's anything else you guys would like to send me, you can send it to this address right here. All right, guys, I know that there's anything you could be doing with your time, and the fact that you choose to spend a little bit of it with me, I appreciate that. If you guys like this video or any of the videos that I put out, if it helps you out in any way, please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing is very important. As I stated earlier, we need to get as many motorcycle riders as possible proficient in slow speed motorcycle operation, or at least we need to get them to understand the importance of being proficient in that. All right, because even if you ride out in the street in the real world, it comes into play in so many different scenarios, okay? All right. So it is 10:07 a.m. Again, I'm in Pooler, Georgia. It is 52 degrees. It's supposed to be going up to about 57 degrees, so perfect weather out here. All right, the push-ups. So today is practice session number 11, okay? And again, I don't know who's coming. Well, actually, I do know some people are coming because I have some people that already let me know. They sent me their hold harmless agreement forms. They're already in hotels because they traveled here. So I do know some people are coming. So you guys know one of the rules I have is, and it's a soft rule, if you grab the front brake on this cone course, that's a 10 push-up penalty. So practice session number 10, I had 2 people that violated that rule, and together they owed me 30 push-ups. They left the push-ups out here. They never did the push-ups, and that's fine. Like I said, that's a voluntary thing. It's something to help you get out of the habit. You know, it's done out of fun, but at the same time, it's something that sticks in your brain. If you remember that you had to do 10 push-ups last time because you grabbed the front brake, maybe that'll help you get into the habit of not grabbing it. Anyway, I didn't want to leave any push-ups out here on the practice course, so I did them, plus I did an extra 5. All right, and I think I'll do that from now on. If the guys that commit if the guys that break the rule choose not to do the push-ups for whatever reason, I'll do them for them. Either I'll do them right then and there, or I'll do them at the start of the next practice session. Okay, so again, as I stated, practice session number 11. I'm happy that we have clear skies. It feels good out here. I was actually able to take my jacket off. All right, and oh yeah, guys, guess what? Merchandise is available. All right, it's definitely available. It's actually under this video. You can take a look at it. Matter of fact, watch this. All right, so if you guys are interested in any of that, you know what to do. I know a lot of people have been waiting for it, and there's more coming. I have more coming, more choices, and a little bit more design. Okay. All right. Here's an example of one right here. My wife did all of this. She did just an outstanding job. Okay. All right. Enough with the commercial. Let me get set up out here. I think I'm going to add another exercise to what I normally do, which is going to be exercise number 9. It's not a bonus exercise. Okay, stay tuned for that, guys. All right, guys, if you can hear the voices in the background, we have the riders here. It's about 5 minutes after 12, so we're about to get started. But you guys know the deal. We're going to first talk to the riders, find out where they're from, what they're riding, how long they've been riding, and how they rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10 in slow speed motorcycle operation, because that's what this is all about, guys. All right, let's get to it. All right, I'm not going to say her name because I keep doing that. All right, but I want to talk to people that haven't been here actually, everybody here hasn't been here yet. So that's good. All right. No, we're going to talk to you first. What's your name, dear?
My name is Deandra.
Deandra, where are you from?
From Birmingham, Alabama.
How long did you ride here?
I did.
How long was that ride?
Total is about 6.5 hours.
Ooh, 6.5 hours. Good ride?
It was a good ride. Windy. It was good.
And as you guys can see, Deandra is chapped up, jacketed up, weather, heat gear up. So she's ready. She was ready. What did you ride here?
That Red Road Glide Special 2016.
Okay, let's go look at it. Is that the stock wheel?
No, that's the 21.
That's not a stock wheel. Okay. What have you done to this motorcycle that I don't see?
Ooh, I've just about touched all of it. lights, all of the accessories I powder coated everything, and handlebars, tour pack,
Okay.
full exhaust.
It looks good.
Thank
Looks
you.
good.
Maybe she dirty, y'all.
It's okay. It's okay if it's dirty. This is not the motorcycle show. This is practice. How long you been riding?
About 5 years.
All 5 years on this motorcycle?
No, I started on a sport bike.
Okay.
Then I got a fat boy, and this is my last bike.
Okay. And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed motorcycle operating skills?
I say I'm about a 4, maybe.
A 4.
Maybe.
A 4 is good.
That's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
That might be too high, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, it's okay. That's cool. That's cool. All right, thanks for coming out.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, next we have this young man right here. What's your name, sir?
David,
David. Where are you from, Dave?
Gainesville, Georgia.
Did you ride here?
I did. Rode in yesterday, about 6 hours. Stayed with my son last night.
Beautiful. What'd you ride?
Right in the 2009 Yamaha XV 1900 Stratoliner.
Okay, guys, look at this motorcycle. Did you add this thing right here?
The lower wind deflectors?
No. This little piece of chrome.
No, that's stock. That's
Wow, look at that.
Fender stay.
I mean, this thing is. See, look at the lines right here. Those pieces of chrome going across the tank.
Those are from aviation. Those are called Strakes. Strakes.
Did you put those on?
No, those are stock. That's all part of an Art Deco inspired architecture.
Look at the bag guards. Look at how the exhaust comes out to the side instead of going straight back. Look at how everything's pointed at the back. I mean, this is just. Look at how the bags are shaped. And these are soft bags?
They're hard bags with leather covers.
Hard bags with leather covers. I mean, it's a very, very, I'm going to say it, it's a sexy motorcycle.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I polish the bags with shoe cream, black shoe cream. It keeps them really nicely taken care of and so forth, but I'm really enjoying it.
How long have you had it?
I got it in August this last year.
How long have you been riding?
I rode when I was a kid, dirt bikes and a little bit of street bikes until I was about 18. I left biking when I was 18, went in the military, and I didn't get back on a bike until August, so about 40 years I was away from it.
Wow, okay. And how would you rate your slow speed motorcycle operating skills? 10 being the best, 1 to 10.
Well, if I evaluate myself, I had a baseline, so you're the baseline, I'd say I'm probably about a 2, maybe a 3.
Okay. Okay, very good. All right. Looking forward to seeing you out here throwing this thing around.
Thank you, sir.
Very nice looking motorcycle. How was the ride down, by the way?
It was great. I mean, it was 16 is a little boring, but
Yeah.
it was still very good weather. Heated gear, so it worked out really well.
Great.
Yeah.
And 16 is boring, yes. All right. We got a young man right here. I'm not going to say his name. I almost said it. Please tell the people your name, sir.
Garnett.
Garnett, where you from?
Actually, right here, Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, perfect. How'd you get here today?
4-mile trip. 4 miles.
What were you riding?
I got a Fat Boy, 2018 Fat Boy.
All right, let's go look at it. 2018 Fat Boy. How long have you had this?
I had this about a year.
About a year.
Yes, I came from a Yamaha.
I like this. You came from a Yamaha.
Yes.
So okay. So this is definitely the style of motorcycle that you like.
Yes,
That's your glove?
it is. Just fell off. Wind blew
Okay.
it off.
I love that front wheel. Isn't this like a Arnold Schwarzenegger thing?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. That's where I
Okay.
started
From
at.
Terminator?
Yes.
I like that front wheel. You know what I really like about it? Extremely easy to clean. Very nice.
Thank you.
This is the first one here, I can tell you that. First Fat Boy you've had here.
Okay.
Yeah, the gloves don't want to stay up there. And I'm sorry, I don't know if I asked you this. How long you been riding this?
I've been riding, this bike 1
This
year. This bike 1 year.
But how long in general?
About 3 years total time.
Okay. And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed?
Probably gonna say a 2.
A 2? Okay, that's cool. All right. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you ride this. Hey, Kevin. I know you were looking at this motorcycle over here. I know you were looking at it, yeah? Because that's what you like. Because that's what you like. All right, guys, this is Kevin. Kevin, I'm sorry. Tell the people your name.
Kevin Kennard.
Kevin, where's your motorcycle?
It is right now setting up in my garage.
Okay, nice talking to you. All right, like I tell you guys, that's my neighbor, so he's always going to get a little bit extra than everybody else. All right, he's injured. That's the only reason his motorcycle is not here. All right. Sir, what's your name?
Thomas.
Thomas, where you from?
I am from Sylvester, Georgia.
How far is that from here?
About 3.5 hours.
Did you ride here or trailer?
I trailered here last night.
Okay. Oh, yeah, very good. How was that drive, okay?
Long. Long, very long.
I should have spoke to you first if you think that's long. We're talking to Alabama over here, 5 hours, 6 hours, but we're all different. What are you riding today?
I am riding a '01 Suzuki Velocia.
Okay, let's take a look at this. Is this it right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no saddlebags. Very good. You won't have to worry about that. I'm loving seeing all of these different kinds of motorcycles. But what I want to tell you guys, excuse me, Tom, what I want to tell you guys is, I said this before, I want all types of motorcycles out here. I want sport bikes. If you have a clutch, a throttle, and a rear brake, I want your motorcycle out here. If you have a clutch and if you have a throttle and a rear brake but no clutch, I want your motorcycle out here. It's all relevant, okay? All right, we're not creating the wheel. We're not reinventing the wheel here. It's the same for every motorcycle. Same principles apply. All right, Tom. How long have you had this motorcycle?
Since August last year.
How long have you been riding a motorcycle?
Probably about a year.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow-speed motorcycle operation?
I'd say probably about a 1. I've only had the chance to practice maybe once since I've been watching your videos.
Okay, very good. And you live in Georgia?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, the weather's warming up, so that's going to change.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Very good. All right. Thanks for coming out, man. We're going to have some fun.
Yes, sir. I hope so.
I'm going to say last but not least, because we do have Bill here, people.
Hello.
Bill's here. There's Bill's F-150. And we're going to talk to Bill in a second and find out why he's not riding his motorcycle. All right. Okay. What's your name, sir?
Keely.
Keely, where you from?
I'm from about 30 minutes west of Atlanta, Douglas County.
Okay. How was that trip down here?
It was nice. It took us about 4 hours
Okay.
to get down here.
Very good.
So
What'd you ride down here? Hold up. What are you riding?
I'm riding a 2021 Road Glide Standard.
All right, we're going to go look at it because I already looked at his Road Glide. So just in case you guys don't know, DeAndre's Road Glide is the second Road Glide we've ever had here. And now Keely's Road Glide is the third. Oh, my God. I got to put my shades. Oh, I have my shades on. This thing is shiny. Did you shine this up for the class?
You know, it sat on my trailer for 2 days. I got here Friday and did the tourist thing, so I had to shine it up before I came for YouTube, just for you, Robert.
Okay, thank you. Looks good. I mean, it is shiny. And you guys know if you get a black motorcycle, you're going to have to constantly be wiping this thing down. So this is our third Road Glide that we've had here. And it looks good. It looks good. Are these extended bags? They're not? No. See what I don't know anything. I don't know. Okay, how long have you been riding this motorcycle?
This motorcycle about a month and a half. I had a V-Star before this. So, and I know you're going to ask. So my total time I've been riding is probably about 3.5 months.
Okay. So, that's your motorcycle experience, 3.5 months.
That's my experience.
Beautiful. Okay. All right. So the next question: scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. How would you rate your slow speed skills?
Definitely a 1.
Okay.
Definitely a 1.
Very good. All right. We're gonna have fun out here. That is everybody. We talked to. Oh, I'm sorry. We got to ask Bill. I know what he's gonna tell us. Bill. You guys don't see this, but when I'm walking towards Bill, he's looking at me in the corner of his eyes, because he knows I'm coming. And what's ironic about that is that's what Bill does making his U-turns too. He don't turn his head. He's looking in the corner of his eyes. All right, Bill. Just to let everybody know. Everybody knows who you are. They know about the red pickup truck. Just let us know where the motorcycle is.
Oh, it's at the house. We just had stuff to do this way, and I came out to do security for today.
That's right. Thank you. If you guys don't know, Bill's the new security guard for me out here. So if you guys come out here and you don't act right, Bill's going to make that right. Okay? And I always appreciate him coming out here, whether he has his motorcycle or not. You guys remember the last practice session, Bill came out with his pickup truck. Marshall, she stopped by as well. She was driving just to show support, so I love all of that. All right, we're going to get started out here. Exercise number 1. See you guys there. All right, guys. This is the easiest part of the day, exercise number 1. All I want you to do, we're going to go around the long way, and one at a time, I'll signal you to come. I really don't even have to signal you. Once you see the other person pull away from me, you could come. But I want you to get up to a good amount of speed so that you're at least in second gear. And all I want you to do is slow down. Obviously, initially, you're on your front brake. Once you get to 20 miles per hour or less, that's when you're going to come off the front brake, go to the rear brake, downshift, and when you get to me, you should be coming to a smooth stop, nice and smooth. Remember, everything we do is subtle. There's nothing's herky-jerky. So even with your hands, because your hands control everything, if you do anything jerky, the motorcycle is going to react jerky. So you do everything subtly. So as you're coming to a stop, you're not on the front brake anymore, you're just on the rear brake. You don't even have to be in the friction zone at this time because at this point, my clutch is all the way in. I'm just letting the motorcycle coast. Your rear brake's going to bring you to a controlled stop. Left foot goes down. Then the important thing, preload, keep it loaded. Smooth letting out the clutch. As soon as you feel the motorcycle start to move, foot on the board. Everybody good? All right, if you pull off and I hear your motorcycle go blah, 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 I'm just going to have you come back and do it again. All right, because that's the thing that if you don't get that down with that, it's going to bite you on something else out here. All right? All right, I'm going to be at that big orange thingamajig over there. Yeah. All right, preloaders, mount up. All right, exercise number 1. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 motorcycles. And again, all we're looking for here, they're accelerating. Second gear, first gear, front brake on the stopping, front brake. Once they get below 20 miles per hour, get off that front brake, rear brake only, come to a smooth stop, left foot down, and then when it's time to go, preload, keep it loaded, let the clutch out easy, nice smooth takeoff. Okay, this is Tom. Good. Preload, good. Good job. Nice. This motorcycle's quiet. You were on that front brake the whole time. You owe me 10 push-ups. All right. Preload. Keep it low. This thing looks good coming up too. It looks good. Preload. All right. You heard his engine cut off, right? You got to keep that preload up. And even when he pulled off, it was a little low. So, okay, it's Deandra. I like it. I saw the fingers, but you didn't grab it. Beautiful. Preload. Keep it loaded. Good. Beautiful. Now the funny thing about the last guy, as much as we talk about, and I told him about front brake, it's a habit, so that's why we practice. He was on the front brake the whole time. That's why I stand on this side. Perfect. Preload, keep it loaded. Perfect. That's how it's supposed to look. That's Keeley, by the way. This is Garnett, I believe. Yes, he's on the Fat Boy. There's the downshift. Very good. Man, this motorcycle looks good, man. The back rim looks good too. I didn't notice that before. I'm sorry. That was perfect though. Preload, keep it loaded. All right. That Fat Boy looks good. All right, I believe this is Tom again. Yes. Everybody did pretty well. Good job. Preload, keep it loaded. Go back where we started. Nice. All right, good job. Your name again?
David.
David. How do you forget David?
I'll give you 10 over there.
Okay, head back over there.
All right.
Good job. Preload, preload. Good. I want him to get that throttle up a little bit more as he's pulling off. If you get in the habit of having your throttle high every time you pull off, you'll always be in the habit of having it that high. And then you'll never get bit in the butt by it being too low. Good job, D. Over there. Perfect. Our throttle's perfect. Very good. Head back where we started from. Preload, keep it loaded. He started to pull off, and when I said something, he went to grab to the front brake. It's such a habit, I'm telling you. It's funny. Perfect, Garnett. Meet you where we started. Preload, keep it loaded. Exercise number 2. Okay, Garnett's doing the push-ups. That has been owed to me. Good job. That front brake, boy, is always going to get you. But that's why we're working on it. It's not a problem until it's a problem. Okay, that was excellent. We only had one violator. And this shows you how much of a habit this is, where we talked about it, and yeah, I get it, and as soon as you start riding, it goes away, because actually, that front brake, pulling that front brake is now part of your muscle memory. So that's why everything else we're doing is going to become muscle memory, right? I want you to always, all you guys, I want you to be in the habit of, all you guys pull-offs were nice. I want you to always pay attention to how much throttle you're giving, as just when you're pulling off. Whatever it is, I want it to be kind of high. I want it to always be like that. If you get in the habit of always having it that high, you'll never get caught out there with it being too low. All right? As far as the front brake goes, I want you guys to realize that the reason why it's stressed to not pull it, especially on a cone course, is because all you're doing on a cone course is slow speed riding. Can you use your front brake on a cone course? Yeah, you could. But the bottom line is you increase the odds on something going wrong. Because if all of the weight comes on the front wheel while you're turning, and we plan for the unexpected, and when something happens that we're not expecting, people tighten up. And the funny part is with a motorcycle, what people do is they'll grab both hands in. So now you're grabbing the front brake, or if they don't grab the front brake, they grab the clutch all the way in, which is the worst thing you want to do, because now you have no power to the rear wheel. And what's keeping the motorcycle up? Power to the rear wheel. All right, exercise number 2. You guys, you don't have to go all the way around, but you're gonna be lined up over there, and you're gonna be coming this way. So from the start of the first cones until the next cones, we're gonna do the slow ride. And this is the exercise that I tell you guys to practice while you're out riding, approaching a red light. I want you to go as slow as possible. If you're going straight the whole time, you're going too fast. You should feel like the motorcycle is making you have to do this. And if it feels like you need to put your foot down, just let the clutch out. Use the rear brake so that you don't go too fast, okay, to correct you. The rear brake's going to correct you. So when you, who was it? When you were pulling off, right when you were getting ready to pull off, you took your foot off of the rear brake. You always keep the rear brake covered, because I noticed that when I called you, I went to tell you to just come back over here, you grabbed the front brake. So I let that one go. But the reason you grab the front brake, A, it's habit. B, you're not even on the rear brake. That's why you always cover it until you get to a certain speed. Then you can relax your foot. Just in case you need to do something, your foot's already there. Okay? All right. So again, with this, I'm going to be walking next to you as you're doing it. All right? I'm walking just so I can kind of pace you. And at the same time, if I talk to you, you can hear me. But everybody clear about what we're doing here? Okay, as slow as you... as slow as you can go. All right, let's do it. Here's what I forgot to mention to you guys. Nobody did it here, but it happened in my last class. This exercise also simulates you being in traffic. So the last practice session we did, when people were lined up like this, when one person would go and the other people had to move, I have people out here duck walking. Now there's no push-up penalty for duck walking, but my point is, you should never duck walk your motorcycle again. We all know Bike Week's coming up. That's duck walking heaven, right? Whenever you're going to move your motorcycle at a short distance, that's exercise number 2, all the time. Same thing. So exercise number 1, you open up the clutch slowly. You're already preloaded. The difference there is there's no traffic, so you're going. Then you open up the clutch all the way, exercise in second gear, third gear, whatever. Exercise number 2 is a combination. If you're at a light, the light turns green. When you first start off, that's exercise number 1. The difference is you're not letting the clutch all the way out. You're staying in the friction zone because it's traffic. That's what this is. That's what this is. Okay? All right. Let's do it. This thing is quiet too. Get that throttle higher. Throttle higher. All right, I want him to go a little bit slower next time. He's going a little too fast. Reload! Good, good. It's okay. It's okay. Just start over. Reload. Cover the rear brake. All right, we'll give another shot. Remember, it's only the first time through. We're warming up. Preload, preload. There we go. Cover that rear brake. Get that foot on the rear brake. Keep it loaded. All right, we're gonna have to do that again. Just gotta keep that loaded. See how his engine sounds? Perfect. Perfect. That's how the engine should sound. I should hear your rev constant. A little slower. His balance is just good. He's going slow enough. Throttle, throttle. Keep it loaded. Good. Good. Preload. Keep it loaded. You're going a little too fast. Come on. Slow down. Load. Keep it loaded. There you go. I want you to go slow enough where it feels like you're going to fall. Good. Am I stupid for walking right in front of him? Probably. I took the risk. Keep that throttle up. You want me 10 push-ups?
Okay.
Okay. Your motorcycle's loud.
Yeah.
So I should hear your engine the whole time going through here. It's preload and keep it loaded. So you find whatever spot that is. Let me see your RPMs. Put it up a little lower. It's 2,000. Keep it right there the whole time. All right, go ahead. Cover that rear brake. Slow down. Throttle, throttle. See, and this is perfect. You hear his engine? The same way the whole time. That's what you want to do. Keep it loaded. All right, back over there. Good job. Good. Good. Good job. Do some more throttle. Slow down. Slow down your speed, bring up your throttle. There we go. It's another 10. Slow down your speed, but pick up the throttle. I don't want you to go fast, but I want your throttle to be high. Try one more time. Front brake. Good, he's keeping his throttle up. Good. Walk over there. Drive your foot off that brake. There we go. Cover that rear brake. Slow down. Walk over there. Good job. Give me some more throttle. Good. Slow down. Slow down. All right. Exercise number 3. You see? It's a lot involved in it, but that's why we practice. All right. It's a work in progress. So a couple of things. Tom, good job. Keely? Excellent job. Now, obviously, you guys didn't notice it, but from the start of him, from Keely starting to finishing, his RPMs are the same the whole time. That's what you want to do. That's what keeping it loaded means. It doesn't make, if you start and then you go down, the starting is not, it's important, but it's not as important as the keeping it loaded. Now, when I say, yes, it's not going to stay exactly where it was. But if you start at 2,500 and go down to 20 to 21 or 2,000, you're still good. If you start at 2 and go down, now you're almost in idle, right? So good job with that. Dee was making me laugh because every time she would start, she would take her foot off the rear brake. I know most motorcycle riders, if you check their rear pads, they're probably like brand new because people don't use the rear brake. But now we're learning that this is how you're supposed to ride your motorcycle at slow speeds. That's why we practice. So I want you guys to realize that this is only exercise number 2. We're just getting started. So don't worry about anything if you're not really getting it right away. We're fighting years or months for some of you of habit. It's hard to break habits, but that's why we practice. But anyway, good job overall. I want you guys to know that this is the bread and butter of everything else that we're doing out here. Because everything else that we're doing, preloading and keeping it loaded, is extremely important if you're making a U-turn. All right? All right. If you still don't believe, we're going to exercise number 3, which is trust and believe. And I'll demonstrate this exercise. But what this exercise is basically, what you guys, I'll talk about it on the motorcycle. It makes more sense. Let me do it that way. Does everybody know what trust and believe is? Okay, good. So I know I'm not just doing it for the camera. I'm doing it for you guys here. That's New York talk, you guys. Oh, hold up. Somebody owes me 10 push-ups. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you do as well. I forgot. Front brakes, front brakes. All right, I tell you guys all the time. Good job, D. Listen, I say it all the time. This is not about push-ups. That's not what this is about. But did you just see D do push-ups? I'm just saying. That's all I'm going to say. Were her knees on the ground? No. All right. Just saying. I call them modified push-ups. I don't even call them female push-ups anymore, modified. So this is now 20 push-ups. All right. All right. Listen, I have my friend Kevin back there, but after working with him, he was doing this with his chest. He wasn't able to do that before. Kevin's a recidivist, repeat offender. Gets me every time. All right. So now, the whole thing about preloading and keeping it loaded, this is where it's important. This is called trust and believe, because you have to trust and believe that as long as you have power going to your rear wheel, your motorcycle is not going to fall. So in this exercise, we go through the steps. Like everything else on the cone course, the first thing you need to do is make sure your motorcycle is in first gear. Obviously, it should be on. So that goes without saying. First gear. Second thing you want to do is cover the rear brake. Deandra, cover the rear brake. So when I say cover the rear brake, actually I had to tell Tom one time too, you're covering the rear brake all the time, because covering it doesn't mean you're applying pressure. But if you do need to apply pressure, you're already there. All right, and most of the times when you're out here, you're going to be applying slight pressure. It helps regulate your speed. Okay, motorcycles in first gear, cover the rear brake, preload and keep it loaded. Find the sweet spot on your clutch, and that's the spot right before you get power. So go right under that, and that's where you stay. Now, moving ahead, exercise number 2, where I say keep your throttle in that location like Keely had. That means your throttle's in the same place. Now we're talking about your clutch being in the same place too. So when you find that spot, that's where you kind of stay further on when you're making turns and stuff, going through the Serpentine. I'm going ahead a little bit, but okay. Once you find that spot, you're already preloaded. You're gonna pick up, because the only foot on the floor now is your left foot. You're gonna pick up your left foot while the motorcycle is standing still. So if your motorcycle is on, you're gonna pick your foot up like this. Now you see how I just put my foot down when I felt that? Instead of you doing that, you're just gonna open up your clutch hand, and you're gonna see the motorcycle is gonna pick itself up. I want you to feel the sensation of the motorcycle falling, and instead of putting your foot down, just open up your hand. Okay, so let me show you. I'm gonna do it coming right at you. All right, going through the steps. Motorcycle's in first gear, check. Cover the rear brake, check. Preload, keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot. All right, there it is. Pick up my left foot. Now if you see my motorcycle go right, that means I was falling to the right. If it goes left, I was falling to the left. Let's do it again. First gear, check. Cover the rear brake. Preload, keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot. There it is. You'll hear it in your engine. There it is. Pick up my foot. What the? Same thing. First gear, covering the rear brake. Preload, keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot. Pick up my left foot. From this side so you can see my foot. First gear, covering the rear brake. Preload, keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot. Pick up my left foot. All right? Questions? All right. Oh, this is a lot of fun. This is Bill's favorite exercise. He loves it. As he should.
Only thing I got to say is this is going to be interesting.
Well, remember, if it makes you feel better, keep your RPMs high, like we always say. Keep them high. As long as you know. Now, if you wait until the last minute, here's the good news. You're still not going to drop the motorcycle. Just open your clutch hand all the way up. You don't have to open your clutch all the way on this. But if you feel like, uh-oh, open it up. Your throttle's not going to be so high that it's going to make you go crazy if you open it all the way up. I'm not telling you to open it all the way up. Open it up as much as you need it. All right. So you guys are going to pull up right between these lines. I usually have cones here. And then we'll make... I never have people rushing to do this one for some reason. I don't know why. All right. You're in first gear? Okay. Cover the rear brake. Reload. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Bring this right before the sweet spot. You good? All right. When you're ready, pick up your left foot. When you feel yourself getting ready to fall, just open up this hand. Keep that throttle just like that. It's okay. It's only the first time. He's got to trust and believe. All right, first gear, covering the rear brake, preload, keep it loaded. Good. Good. You're in first gear?
Yes, sir.
Covering the rear brake, good. Preload, keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot. Pick up your left foot. No, open it. Good. First gear. All right. Preload. Keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot. Clutch right before the sweet spot. When you're ready, just pick up your left foot, open up your clutch hand. Open it up, good. I want her to keep her throttle up. Don't be shy, come on up. All right, first gear. Get that throttle up, throttle's too low. See, he's preloaded, but he didn't keep it loaded. You gotta keep it loaded. Talking to the camera. It's only the first time, don't beat yourself up. It's only the first time through. Get those fingers away from that front brake. All right. Preload, keep it loaded. Pick up that left foot, open up that clutch hand when you feel you're about to fall. Open it, good, good. You're like a natural at this. You might be the valedictorian, I don't know. All right. All right, we're gonna have him do that again. All right, let's do it again. That was good. Open it, up. Good. Now, what I want to say to you guys as well is you're covering the rear brake. As soon as you let the clutch out, get off that rear brake because it's counterproductive. All right, at that time you want to move. Dave, that time you preloaded, but you didn't keep it loaded. That's the only reason you felt like, uh-oh. You have to keep it loaded, okay? So when you preload, wherever your RPMs are, that's how they stay. And I understand that sometimes it happens, you're gonna see too, it happens when the left turn and right turn all the time. As soon as you start to move, you're concentrating so much on the turn, you forget about the throttle. Keep that throttle loaded the whole time and you'll be fine, all right? Okay, who's up? I look at the way you guys pull away from the curb. It looks beautiful. That's the start of everything else. All right. Reload, keep it loaded. Don't let that motorcycle move until your foot is up. Keely, I want you to start believing too. You're kind of inching forward before you, all right? Okay. Keep it just like that, higher. Okay, good. Keep it like that. Good. Now same thing. Make sure that RPM is nice and high. Pick your foot up, the motorcycle shouldn't be moving. If you start to feel that, open up the hand. Okay. Slowly. Reload. Keep it like that. Pick up that left foot, open up the clutch hand. Open up. Keep it loaded. Open the hand, open it, keep it loaded. You hear how his engine goes down? Gotta keep it loaded. All right, this is it. It's gonna be perfect this time. Preload, keep it loaded, trust and believe. There we go, perfect, perfect. That was interesting. You pretty much did it right there.
Yeah. Learn every time.
Yeah. Good. Very good. Keep that throttle up. Good. Throttle. She all over that front brake. All right, last time. You're all over that front brake. Get that throttle up. If I hear your motor going like this, your throttle's too low. Good, good. All right, Keely, copy and paste. Good. You're looking good, Tom.
Thank you.
Looking good. Good, good. All right, make sure we keep that throttle up the whole time. All right, good work on that. It's still moving a little bit. We need him to trust and believe, but it takes time. It's only his first time out here. All right, D, let's keep that throttle up the whole time. Good. All right. Right turns and left turns from a stop. So this exercise is incorporating what we've already done. As you're riding up here and coming to a stop, that's exercise number 1. The only thing that's going to change is I want your front tire on this white line, okay, or before it. When it's time for you to take off, that's exercise number 1. Preload, keep it loaded, let the clutch out slowly. The only thing different is now you're doing exercise number 2, like you're in traffic, but your handlebars are turned. That's the only difference. Now, here are the keys to success. First of all, you have to turn the handlebars. That's everybody's hardest thing for some reason, turning them and keeping them turned. You have to look where you want to go. So I don't want you looking at the cones. I don't want you looking down. Look at the horizon, right? That's where I want you to look. This is the part where when I said to you, you have to be comfortable feeling uncomfortable. The good thing about that is it's only a short period of uncomfortableness. Once you make the turn, your comfort level will come back. But you're going to start realizing that you don't always have to be looking at the ground for everything to work out. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing up here, you'll be fine. So if your motorcycle's here, I want you to know you don't have to lean to make this turn either. No leaning is required, exercises 1 through 4. You could do this straight up. And what's going to help you do that, throttle, clutch, rear brake. The rear brake's important because what normally happens is when people first start to move, they give too much power and the motorcycle starts to go too fast. And when people start to go fast, they panic, they straighten out the handlebars, and that's why a lot of people you see, they go right through here. Because that's exactly what happens. The handlebars are not turned anymore, if at all, if they ever were. So what I want you to do is look that way. Same thing. Throttle, preload and keep it loaded. Open up the clutch nice and smooth. As soon as you feel the motorcycle start to move, pick up your foot. This is where the rear brake comes into play, because if you feel yourself going a little too fast, check yourself with the rear brake. That's what's going to slow you down. All right, let me show you how it looks. Just going straight up.
Robert, you think a lock is necessary?
A lock is not necessary.
Okay.
However, it's a good question. Dave asked, do you think a lock is necessary? The further you come past this line, yeah. And if you come even more far, now you have to lean. All right? If you're back here, you don't have to. So that's why the first time you guys go through here, I don't want you to stop. I want you to just ride straight through. And again, I don't want you to speed through, but just that little bit of speed that you have is going to show you how much easier it gets when you give away some of your supervisory skills to the motorcycle. But we're here to be the boss, which means we're going to take full control. So the first time I go through, I'm just going to go straight through. The second time I go through, I'm going to stop at the line and then make the left turn straight up, no lean necessary. And the way you do that is, that's when you have full control, full clutch control. Throttle, clutch, and rear brake. Now I say throttle, but really, if you preload and keep it loaded, you don't have to worry about the throttle at all. Just keep it where it is. Because the only thing that's going to determine how much power you give to the rear wheel is how much you open this clutch. You're in the friction zone and you're staying in the friction zone the whole time. Okay? And then when I come back, I'm going to do the same thing on the right side. So what I noticed that a lot of you guys were doing is, even when we were doing exercise number 3 and you were going to take off from the curb, Keely, especially you, yeah, and Tom, I heard the preload and keeping it loaded before you moved. So it's already starting to happen. If you get in the habit of doing that, you're going to do it every time you start to move your motorcycle. All right? keeping it loaded is important. That's the most important thing. And after a while, it's so normal, you just do it quick and it happens. A lot of rear brake there, a lot of rear brake. Because if I didn't regulate my speed with the rear brake, the motorcycle would be going too fast. Just a little rear brake and throttle, clutch. You don't have to have your wheel turned first either. There's plenty of room for you to be able to go forward a little bit and then turn. I'm looking where I want to go. Obviously you look here. I know what I want to share with you guys. Let me be clear about this. So there's a guy that came through here and I kept telling him, look where you want to go. He was looking that way from here. That's not what I want you to do. When your motorcycle gets here and you know you're about to turn, that's when you look. Because remember, your eyes, your head and your eyes. Then you turn your handlebars. Look, turn. Look, turn. That's why I was telling people up north dealing with all the snow to just practice that. Because it's, you know, if you just keep going over it in your head, you won't be concentrating so hard when you actually do it. Because you've been doing it over and over. Look, turn. All right? Head and eyes. Even if you have to move your upper body a little bit. You're not going to have to do it for this, but like U-turns and stuff. Yeah. All right? All right. I'm in first gear, covering the rear brake. Preload, keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot. Looking where I want to go. As soon as the motorcycle starts to move, this foot's coming up. And just turn. Straight up. No need to lean. Now I'm exaggerating this. I don't expect you to go that slow. But I just want to show you. That's all you got to do. One more time. And if you guys want to come over here and cheat a little bit, that's fine. No, I don't mean you. I mean when you're riding your motorcycle, if you want to come close here to make that turn, that's okay. You know, this is not a competition. This is 5 feet, just so you know. So obviously if I'm closer, now I got to lean to make this turn. And I got to probably have my handlebars turned already. Nothing changes. First gear, cover the rear brake, preload and keep it loaded. Look where I want to go. But obviously I'm going to have to lean the motorcycle. As soon as the motorcycle, actually, I say as soon as the motorcycle moves, pick your foot up. I got to pick my foot up before the motorcycle starts to move. Trust and believe. And we're going to do the same thing on the right side. Go straight through. Look where I want to go. Covering the rear brake. I'm in first gear. Preload, keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot. Head and eyes. As soon as the motorcycle starts to move, pick my foot up. See this front brake handle hitting my knee. I got to change these handlebars, hitting my front knee. So we're dealing with 7 steps here. There's 7 steps. And the 7 steps are: cover the rear brake. Make sure the motorcycle's in first gear. That's the first one. Cover the rear brake. Preload and keep it loaded. Bring your clutch right before the sweet spot. Right before it. Turn your head and eyes where you want to go. As soon as the motorcycle stops, let the clutch out slowly. That's step number 6. Slowly into the friction zone. And as soon as the motorcycle starts to move, pick up your foot. 7 steps. Now here's what I'll tell you about the right turns. The left turns here are easier because we have our left foot down. So if your left foot's down, your motorcycle's already leaned a little bit to the left. As slight as it may be, it makes a difference. So when you pick up your foot, bam, the motorcycle's already kind of falling that way anyway. It's important that you guys know a lot of the stuff that we do out here involves letting the motorcycle fall, as slight as that fall may be. So even if you're making this turn and you pick up your foot, for that brief moment, the motorcycle, gravity wants to pull it. The only thing keeping it up is that you open up your clutch and giving power to that rear wheel. So when you're making the right turn, now I did go over with some people that There's some other people out there that teach if you're making a right turn, put your right foot down. If you want to try that, that's fine. That's not going to really work on a hill or anything like that because you can't really do two things with the hand. You know what I mean? So what I suggest you do is when you're about to make this turn, this foot's down. Right before you're about to pick up this foot, you kind of do that a little bit. You're kind of throwing the bike in that direction. It's not ridiculous. It's not doing that. It's a very slight thing. And then the bike will already be leaning that way and you'll be fine. Any questions?
I've heard somebody say that by leaning your head to bias to one side, the eustachian fluid tube kind of balances out and you have this natural ability or natural tendency to want to go in the direction you bend your head. Have you ever heard of that?
I never heard of that. So Dave said he heard that if you tilt your head, it'll make your, what are you saying? It'll make your body go that way too?
The fluid in your eustachian tubes that maintains your balance.
The fluid in your tubes, the station tubes. Okay, see, David's getting very technical out here. Very technical. The fluid in your, hey, why not try it? If it works, we'll do it.
Okay.
I want you to do you do that?
I do sometimes when I'm going to take off because if I'm leaning this way when I'm going to stop, that's kind of where I'm going to be leaning toward.
Okay.
If I lean this way, I tend to lean this way now.
And the thing is, like I said, everything we do is slight variations of everything. So you don't have to throw a lot of your body weight over for the body to move because it's on two wheels. It's not going to really take much for it to go that way. All right. Now, if there's anybody suffering from vertigo, don't try to do what David's suggesting. I don't want nobody falling out here. All right. Oh, let me move my motorcycle. That might help. And then you guys could, well, you're already lined up, so. Straight through. First time, straight through. Just go straight through, don't stop. Throttle, throttle. Keep that throttle up. See, that's where everybody goes, through those cones. Everything's easy when you know how to do it. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Stop looking at the cones. Stop looking at the cones. I mean, she's staring at it. Keep it loaded. Remember, this is not exercise number 3. Right. Once the motorcycle starts to move, then you can pick your foot up. Yep. All right. Keep it loaded. No, it ain't. It's only the first time. Don't worry about it. Preload, keep it loaded. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. But she's still looking down. I want her to look up. Like I said, it's only the first time. You know what happened, right? You've been looking right at him. Yeah, we got it. That's right, look at me. Preload, keep it loaded. Look at me, look at your eyes up. Yeah, man, we got it. Okay, what I want you guys to know is these cones are pretty tough. Don't worry about hitting the cone. The reason why I didn't get really big cones is because I didn't want anything to unseat a motorcycle if you hit it. So if you're going to hit a cone, hit the cone, but I don't want you looking at it. It's almost assuring you're going to hit it. So Garnett was doing the perverted thing. The perverted thing is when your eyes are like this, but your head is like this. Head and eyes. So you got to turn both of them, all right? And if you turn your head and your eyes, but you're looking down, you're still going to have the same issues. So look at the baseball of a football field. I just want you to look that way. I know trust me, I know it's uncomfortable, but keep it to the back of your mind. There's no wall, there's no car, there's nothing for you to hit except the cone. And I can almost assure you, if you keep your handlebars turned, if you keep it loaded and you give yourself enough power with the clutch, you'll be fine, okay? And again, don't beat yourself up. That's only the first time we did it. We're gonna keep doing it. All right, any questions? All right, let's do it.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Huh? Much better. Much better. Look at that thing. Look above it. Good, good. Good. Much better. Tom's pretty good. All right, D. Stop. What are you looking at? The RPMs, right?
I don't know what I'm looking at.
I don't want you looking here.
Okay.
Just listen to your engine. Look over there. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. Okay, remember, this is not exercise number 3. This is exercise number 1. So you don't have to pick your foot up until the motorcycle starts to move. All right? That'll make it a little easier. Throttle! Got to throttle, it's too low. Preloading, keep it loaded. Got to keep it loaded. Nice, very nice. You're doing really good, Tom, really good. You're looking down. So again, I get it. What's happening is, as soon as somebody feels like, uh-oh, they look down. Just keep your head up. We'll do one more of these, and then we'll go to the right. If you need more work with this, we can always come back to it. Nice! Oh, I can kiss you in the mouth. That was beautiful. That was trust and believe. That's what that was. That was trust and believe. She had an oh crap moment, and instead of her putting her foot down, she just throttled it. She wasn't looking where she was supposed to be looking, but I'll give her that. All right, go ahead, man. Keep it loaded. Load it, load it, load it. Straight through. Very good. Excellent. Preload! Throttle, throttle, throttle! Wow, she's living on the edge of the friction zone. There was no preload there. It was all idle. Pick your eyes up! Good. He picked his head up, but his eyes are still facing down. All right, copy and paste. Good. Preload and keep it loaded. Keep your head up there. Good. All right, D, preload and keep it loaded. I don't know how you made it through that. There was no preload at all. Preload and keep it loaded. Good, just like that. She's not afraid to lean the motorcycle, and I like that. You don't have to lean here, but you could lean. It's okay. Preload, keep it loaded. You're looking right at that cone. You're looking right at that cone. Nice. not scared to lean the motorcycle, and I love that. I see you're not scared to lean the motorcycle. I love that. You don't have to lean, just so you know. But that was good. Preload, good. Keep it loaded. If you don't stop looking at those cones. All right, Garnett, this is your last time, and then you can head over right to those next double cones right there. Okay. All right? Reload. Keep it loaded. Look at me. Look at me. You want to go that way? Yeah, go ahead. Now remember, if you stop this far back, you can't turn right away because then you're hitting this cone. So, go ahead, move up a little bit. After this is the last time we're going to go to exercise number 5. Beautiful. All right, Tom, last one, and then we're going to exercise number 5. Keep that head up. You're looking down. I know, it's hard to fight. Doing great, I'm gonna tell you nothing. Just preload, keep it loaded. Look at me. That's the best one yet. That's the best one yet. What a difference it makes when you pick up your head and your eyes. Exercise number 5, single serpentine. All right, guys, let me tell you something. This stuff that we talk about, it's not just because it sounds good. When I actually see it, that's why it's important that you guys, obviously you're going to watch the video, you're in it, it's starring you. But the important thing is to be able to see the perspective of you off the motorcycle so you can see what you're doing. That last turn that you did, D, that's the best turn you did. Why was it the best? Well, why am I saying it was the best? She was this far away from the outside cones. Every other time she was just making it. And she was leaning a lot too. Remember, I told you, you don't have to lean. I appreciate that she's not scared to lean the motorcycle. But also, what really made the difference is when I stood there and went like this, I'm looking at her eyes, and her head stayed on my hands. And that's what allowed her to keep her handlebars like this. She didn't have to lean as much. Perfect turn. Again, I know this is only the first time, this is only exercise number 4. It's a hard habit to fight. You have to keep your head and your eyes up. Just trust that what you're doing with your hands is going to take care of everything else. There's nothing for you to hit. I know that doesn't matter because your instincts say look down. All right? Okay, single serpentine. Now we're going to incorporate some leaning. Okay? And if you feel inclined to do it straight up, I don't want you to do that. I want you to lean the motorcycle. So here's what I'll tell you. If we do it like this, you should be fine. We're not going to speed through this either. Slow speed riding, that's what we're doing. So the cones are going down the middle. You have a line here, and you have a line there. I want you to bring your motorcycle as you're going through this serpentine at least to the middle. So when you come past this cone, when you come out, you should be coming out at least this far. If you're too far in, you're not going to really lean. I want you to force yourself to lean. That also means don't go too fast. So what I also say is when you come through this gate, you're coming through and you're coming out wide. When you pass this first cone, I want you to pass it close. Not so close that you're going to hit it. The reason you're passing it close is if you wait too long to make this turn, all you're doing is making your other turns more difficult. It's still doable, you just have to lean the motorcycle more. But let's work smarter, not harder. I should also mention that when you're doing this, here we go again, I put a green cone all the way at the end. Keep your eyes above that. Don't look down at these cones. Your peripheral vision will pick them up, okay? Look straight ahead. So when I'm gonna go down there, I'm gonna watch you guys. As you're riding, your head should be just like this. If I see you look down and Garnett, you sneaky, so I'm glad you don't have on shades because I can actually see where your eyes are. And if you do it the first time, listen, I understand it's a habit. We're going to work on it, all right? And it's not going to happen today. It's not impossible, but the odds are against it. So again, come through here. As soon as you get through this turn, you should be turning for the next turn. And that's going to ensure that now you're close to this cone. You're in the friction zone the whole time, covering that rear brake, using it when necessary, okay? All right, let me show you what it looks like. Hey, Kevin, bring my motorcycle? Hell no. Why are you walking in that direction? I know. So this is how close I should be to this cone. My head is straight up the whole time, straight up. You hear how high my throttle is? Doesn't matter because it's only going to get the power I give it. Garnett, show him how it's done. Good job. Beautiful. Slow down, you're going too fast. Nice. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Ahead. Very good. You hear a lot of throttle, but you don't see a lot of speed. Clutch control. What did you before? All right, start on this side now. That's excellent, man. Excellent. Hey, Ken, let me get that wheel. Good. Thanks. Okay. Pick your eyes up. All right, when you finish, park on the right side. slow down a little bit. Good. Big difference when you slow down. When you finish, park over there on the right side. Oh, he went out really far there. But he's good. He's got enough clutch control to be able to recover from that, so that's good. All right, slow down now. Slow down. Oh, very nice. I love, she's dipping and diving. I love it. I love it. When you're done, park over there.
I'm going wide enough?
You're going wide enough.
Okay.
Just don't go too fast.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you can go right after him. You're good, man. Very good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. But as far as this, you guys were excellent. When I told D to slow down, actually not just D, Dave too, just telling him to slow down, it forces you to start leaning more because now you're not going as fast. And I mean, D, that really looked good. I can't wait for you to actually see it. That really looked good. And I'm gonna stop recording with the camera like this. It's a wrong orientation. 16.9. All right, unless you're doing like a TikTok thing. Okay, now you guys are pioneers. If you want to dismount, that's fine. You're pioneers because I'm doing something a little different here on the U-turn. Well, let me first say, is there anybody that's insulted with 3 parking spaces? Like it's 27 feet too, anybody insulted by that? No? Okay. I always have to ask. Okay, so what I did different in this U-turn is the first half of this U-turn, which is these 2 parking spaces. If you want to take a shot at an 18-foot U-turn, you make it right here, within these 2 parking spaces. If you're saying, nah, Robert, not yet, just pass this line, and now you got your 3 spaces. Okay? You got all of this. This is not going to be in your way, trust me. Okay? And if it is in your way, just steer around it or roll over it. I prefer you not roll over it. Okay, so with the U-turn, if we're making a left U-turn, now there are some people that use momentum when they're making their U-turn. So if they're going to make a left U-turn, they dip left, right, and then make the left U-turn. Is it necessary? No. But it's up to you what you want to do. But what I do want you to do is when you're pulling in here, I want you to look at this cone. I'm giving you permission to look at this cone. Don't stare at it. All right, my cones don't like it. They're young. They get insulted. All right, if you keep staring at these cones, I just want to let you know you could be brought up on some type of charges because they're underage. Okay, so look at that cone. That's the cone you're going for. You have plenty of room to make this U-turn, but I still want you to get your motorcycle as close to this as possible. Dave, what are we turning first? The handlebars or our head and eyes?
Head and eyes.
That's right. Head and eyes first. So as soon as you get here, I want you looking at that green cone right there. And I want you to snap your head. Don't turn slow. Now, I say that because I want you to develop good habits. Could you turn slow here and then turn the handlebar slow? You could, because you have plenty of room. For some people. If you don't lean the motorcycle, then you don't have plenty of room. Okay? Head and eyes. Look, turn. Okay? If you're making a right turn, is anybody going to be doing this? No. Okay, I don't have to talk about it. If you're making a right turn, same thing applies. If you want to do a momentum thing, if you're turning right, swing left. Head and eyes, handlebars. Going for this cone. As soon as you get to it, head and eyes. I want you to look at that same green cone. That's all the way around. And go for it. Okay? You can never look over your shoulder enough. Now some people don't have the dexterity to turn their head and eyes a lot. And what I tell them is look as far as you can until you can see it. Because you're going around, you're going to be able to see it eventually. And then go, okay? Lastly, you have to lean the motorcycle, okay? You don't have to lean it a lot. You don't have to do full lock. None of that's necessary for 27 feet. And I want you to keep in the back of your mind, as I always say, the goal here is not to be able to make a U-turn in 18 feet. The goal is to raise your confidence level so that when you're riding out there in the real world and you have to make a U-turn, you're not even saying to yourself, I'm going around the block, or I'm a duck walking around. Because most U-turns are wider than this anyway, 18 feet that is, okay? But it should be in your mind, I know I could do this because I've done it out here, okay? And like I said in one of my past videos, just like when you first started to drive a car and certain spots seem tight as you drove more, your judgment can now, I know I can fit my car through there. The motorcycle is the same thing. If you know you can make a U-turn in a certain amount of space, out there on the road, you're going to be able to look at it and go, I know I can make that U-turn. But there's no reason to take unnecessary chances either. But if you know you can lean the motorcycle like you need to lean it, it's, you know, much stuff is not going to be a big deal. And me looking at you dipping this motorcycle here and leaning it in the right and left turn, all of you guys kind of have, you're comfortable leaning. I do see that. And that's good. That's the biggest thing people have a problem with. You're comfortable with it to the point where I don't think there's going to be any problems here. All right, so I'll do a demonstration anyway. I don't think you guys need it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Head and eyes. The rear brake is regulating my speed. Head and eyes. Now, could I make this U-turn without turning my head and eyes? Of course I could. But we want to implement good habits. All right, that's like 16 feet. So, and you notice, I'm not going fast. The speed doesn't matter. As long as there's power, I'm good. Head and eyes, you got plenty of room. I don't have to lean a lot to make that. Don't have to lean a lot at all. Look at that. And if you want to lean more, lean more. All right. So I might just pick these up because if nobody's going to do an 18-foot, no, I'll leave it. You never know. Somebody might get struck by lightning. Good. I want your eyes up. When you turn your head, I want your eyes and head up. You can do whatever you want. Okay. If you do it one way, you're going to do it the other way. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Good. I don't know if you guys just saw that. Good. But Dee made that U-turn. She started right here. It's okay. That's why we practice. That is why we practice. Good head turn, but he's looking down. Good head turn. Woo, that right foot. This is why we practice. You just got to trust and believe. He felt the uh-oh. Throttle, throttle. Good job. Good job. D is good. Nice. Good job. Good job. Much better. Throttle, throttle. Nice. Good head turn. And that's just the clutch. Grab the low part of that bar at the bottom. There we go. Yeah, we got it.
I don't know where I'm running. I can't lift nothing.
Exactly. You're running for moral support.
I'll get it next time.
Yeah, you know what happened?
Yep.
What happened?
Didn't have enough power in the rear.
There you go. As long as you know what happens, that's fine. Occupational hazard out here. It's not gonna hurt his bike. It just fell down gently, like putting an old man to sleep, or putting an old man in the tub. That's how it went down. Nice and easy. Okay. So the last time you went through, when you started feeling like, oh, you just introduced speed. You still made the U-turn. The slower you go, the tighter it's going to be. Try to do it a little slower. And ahead, good. Throttle, throttle. Wow, way tighter. What did I tell him? All I told him was slow down. Good. When you come back, do a right turn. I need that throttle higher. Good job, though. Beautiful. Nice. I'm not surprised at all. Good. I knew everybody was going to do good at this because they don't have a problem leaning the motorcycle. I'm not surprised at all. I wonder why he was hugging that outside line so much. 18 feet, baby. You scaring me. You're living on the edge of the friction zone. Like you're going around these turns and it's like barely any throttle. Just give me a little more throttle, but you're doing very well. Very well. Good. Head nice. She's doing good. Even looking down, she's still making it. So that's awesome. Nice head turn. He's snapping his head good too. Very good. Wow. I gotta say, this is my best class yet when it comes to these U-turns. See that throttle's nice and high? Woo! Nice! Beautiful. I told you, man, I think Tom's going to be the valedictorian. I thought it was going to be Keely here. I don't know. We'll see. And for everybody that thinks you can't do it with high bars with a 21-inch wheel, just look at Deandra. killing it. Go all the way over there. Exercise number 7. You hear that throttle? Beautiful. Woo! Nice. Very nice. He's leaning it a lot. His throttle's nice. His head turns are nice. Beautiful. Very good, D. Oh, man. Very good. Beautiful. Nice. He's going for the 18 feet again. See how close he is to the line? Yeah, he went for it. You went for it. He went for it. I knew he was going for it. But that's how we get better. We challenge ourselves. Woo! Nice. All right, exercise number 7. Figure 8. Oh, he's going for it again. I like this guy already. Beautiful. All right. Now here we are at the figure 8. Figure 8 is nothing but a bunch of U-turns that you guys just did. All right, so I feel good about this today. This is a lot of space for you to do a U-turn. Before I talk about this, I also want to talk about Dave. Very quick snaps with the head and eyes. All of you guys, like the head and eyes thing, with Garnett still doing that, you know, that little perverted thing, but but he's still making the turns, right? The leaning is not a problem. Deandra, oh my God, just beautiful, but a couple of times scaring the crap out of me. She lives on the edge of the friction zone, and she still makes it though, so it looks good. I really can't wait for you guys to watch yourselves doing this, if you haven't watched yourself in the past, but it looks really good. Okay, figure 8. Here's all you need to know with this. When you come in through this gate, I want you to come all the way into this corner. So you're kind of going towards this cone. I want you to use all the space that you have. If you don't need it all, fine. But what I don't, I'm glad you reminded me. So let's suppose this was the U-turn. The first U-turn you made, Deandra, you started your turn this far away from the line. And when I saw you still made that, I was like, oh, this is nothing. Then we got Tom. Tom made an 18-foot U-turn. I knew something was up because he was hugging this line when he was coming in. But good job, man. Good job. And I think it was Dave. Dave made like a 19-foot U-turn, and so did Keely. So I want you guys to know that even if you have 27 feet, I'm always looking at the lines. And then when you look at this, you could look too. And that first U-turn you made, when you started right here and still made it, yeah, you're like 20 feet. So excellent job. Anyway, oh, I love it. I'm gonna watch that like a million times. Watch. When you get here, head and eyes, what are you looking for? You're looking for those green cones. So that's like behind you. That's what I want you doing. And remember, after you go to this corner when you first come in, you're no longer going to a corner. Everything is here now. You're going towards these green cones. Then head and eyes, you're looking for that. So yeah, you're not going to see it at first. And all you're doing is going back around to it. And then same thing. Turn your head and eyes. Now you're looking for that one. So the only time you go to the corner is when you first come in. After that, you're always going towards here. It's an 8, figure 8. You're going in. And that's going to tie in to the next exercise. Now what I will say to you guys is, if you can do this, you can do everything out here. Okay? All right. I'm going to run through it real quick. So this is where I'm coming first. Head and eyes. I'm going towards this cone. And then I'm gonna make my turn, head and eyes. I can't see it yet, but I'm looking for it. There it is. I'm going right for it. Same thing, head and eyes. I'm looking for this cone now. But use all the space that you have. If you have to come out here, that's fine, as long as you come back towards here. And then you go out. If you only need 4 parking spaces, show them how it's done, Tom. You guys see what he did wrong? He's turning right here. He's got all of this space. He leaves the motorcycle enough where it shouldn't matter, but use all the space that you have. There we go, throttle. Good. So he already knows what happens, not enough throttle. Don't worry about it. Only the first time through. Next! Don't beat each other up. Everybody's looking to the left and to the right. That's because you started right here. Use all the space. There we go. Use all the space. Throttle, 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 throttle. Okay, only the first time through. They're not fighting each other to go. Let's go, Dave. Okay. Deandra has a question.
Okay. Can you walk it through again? I'm sorry. Where should the bike be?
Oh, no problem.
Going here.
So what you're doing is when you came in here, you're turning right here.
Okay.
So that's tight. That's a lot of space you're giving up.
Okay.
You want to come to this cone. Turn your head and eyes. You're looking for that green cone, the second one, and go right to it. Now, if you go that far out, now you're coming to about right here, which is going to make this a lot easier. But if you give up the space there, you're making it tighter over here.
Gotcha.
I'm going to stand where I want you to come. Too early. See what I mean? You're giving up all of this space. You got to come deeper in here. Okay? Yeah, and then it'll make that easier. Let's go, Keely. Good. Good. Throttle, throttle. What happened? No, I didn't say go out. Good. I know Tom is like, oh, this is bull crap. Because he's going to get this, I have no doubt. He'll cut himself short, but he can lean enough to make up for it. Just run it over, man.
I know, it's just a habit.
Yeah, I know, go ahead. You're going to get it. I have no doubts he's going to get it. It's just a matter of time. I don't know why. They're not fighting each other to go. Good. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Throttle, throttle. There we go. Use all the space. Look at me. Slow down. Throttle, throttle. Beautiful. Oh man, I love it. Love it when the plan comes together. Beautiful. Throttle. Good. Nice. All right, that's two. Like I said, there's plenty of space here. You don't have to come all the way to the line. Throttle, throttle. Plenty of space. Good. Good. Throttle. Beautiful. Perfect. He's golden. Excellent. Excellent. Tom's going to get it. Turn your head, Tom. You're not turning your head. Head and eyes. Perfect. All right, here comes Deandra. She's going a little fast. She used the rear brake to slow her down. Good. Good head and eyes. I see her looking at the green cones. She snapped her head. Good. She's looking for it. She found it. She's going towards it. Throttle. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, excellent. Outstanding. Outstanding. I think everybody's done it. Did Garnett do it? I think he did. Yeah, he did. Everybody's done it. Oh, this is outstanding. Throttle, throttle. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, he went out wide that time. Can he make this turn? Yes, he can. Like I said, plenty of room. Oh, outstanding. Beautiful. Okay, we got one more guy, and then we're going to move to exercise number 8. Oh, you lose every ounce of space he had there. That's perfect. Use all the space that you need. Very nice. Nice head and eye turns. He just scooted up on the seat. Very nice. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Oh, he let the clutch out. But guess what? Still good. Still good. Still good. All right, Tom's gonna try that again. I'm trying to think, did Tom do this thing clean yet? I thought he did. Outstanding. Outstanding. All right, we're gonna move to exercise number 8 now, which is the offset double serpentine. You're gonna see how what we were doing here ties in. Okay, so let's head over there. All right, so you guys remember what we just, of course you remember, we just did it. What's in exercise number 8? Okay, when we did exercise number 7, you guys are pioneers again, because I have 9 exercises now. Bill was just asking me, what is going on over there? I said, that's exercise number 9, just added that. Okay, so, you know what, Keely, you might have to tell your wife, I lied. This was supposed to be, well, all right. So, in exercise number 7, which was the U-turn, the figure 8 that you just did, you saw that you were not making perfect, am I kicking my own cones? You're not making, you're not going to the corners, you're going to the side. That's pretty much what you're doing here. That's what's going to make this easy. So when you come through here, you don't even have to come through here straight. You can come through here sideways. I don't want you to go straight for the next gate. I want you coming over here. Right? And you're coming over here, turn your head and your eyes. Now you're looking at the next gate. You're not even looking at this one anymore. But I don't want you looking at the next gate either. I want you looking to the left of it. You're always going to the left of the gate. Or in other words, when you come through this gate, you should be close to this cone, not this cone, initially. When you make the turn, now you're close to this cone, and your motorcycle should be actually facing this way, because now you're coming like this. It's almost like you're going back to the gate you came through. And now you're looking over here. Same thing. Don't turn early, because if you turn early, now the motorcycle's here. Now this is a turn, which all of you can clearly make. I want you to realize I'm telling you this, but all of you have already shown me, based on what you did in the figure 8, you don't have to do this perfectly and you're still going to make it. If I tighten this up to motor officer skills, that's not going to work anymore. All right? But we're not doing that. Same thing. You're going this way, head and eyes, turn. Same thing. Now it's almost like you're going towards the one you just came from. Look over here, head and eyes, then turn. I'm going to show you on the motorcycle what I mean. And every place I want you to stop, not stop, every place I want to emphasize to you, I'm going to stop. So this is the way I'm going initially. My head and my eyes are looking here, but as soon as I get to that, even before I get to it, my head's going to be looking over here. I'm going to be looking at where I just came from. Now I'm facing this way. I'm basically doing figure eights. Same thing. I'm going to look at these cones before I get to them, then I'm going to look back where I came from. And so on and so forth. That's what you're doing as you go down here. And as I look at the next gate, my peripheral vision is the only thing seeing the gate I'm currently going through. So you should never be looking at the gate as you're going through it. As you're going through it, you're looking at the next gate, okay? Or in this case, the gate you just came from. Does that make sense? No, all right. Yeah. Okay. Tom.
Nope.
Tom is feeling discouragement from the figure eight, and listen, we're gonna do it again, man.
Just want to see, that's all.
Okay. No. Okay. Let's go, Deandra. Show him how it's done. Oh, he's going first? Throttle. Now I want you guys, when you're doing this, I want you to stay within the line. Don't go past the lines on both sides. Yeah, don't pass the white lines. Throttle! Throttle's low. Throttle! Keep it loaded. See how tight his turns begin? The reason his turns are getting tight is because right from the start, he made this turn too early. Turn your head. Turn your head. Gotta turn that head. What happened, D? You got something to start it? Okay. Of course she does. Good. All right. He started way too early, and he was looking way too early. You started this turn way too early. Very good. Woo! Nice. That was a tight one. Good job. Good job. Excellent. All right, we got Dave here. Now you see Dave's angle's all off now. So every turn he makes is going to be a lot tighter. But you see he's coming at it, he's coming at the gate at the wrong angle. But again, it's not something you can't work through. Just going to have to lean the motorcycle more. And he's doing very well at it. But see how it's making him go past the white line now? It's going to catch you eventually. All right, he's going to come in the opposite direction. But same thing, see? He's hitting the cone because he's coming in too much at an angle. You have to make what you're doing is you're cutting the angle back. You want to get rid of the angle, and you get rid of the angle by coming out wide rather than going diagonal at the cone. Okay, now he's going to have to lean the motorcycle a lot now because same thing. See how they're coming through straight? They should be coming through more of... See, it's going to catch you eventually. If you cut towards the cones, it's going to catch you. Turn your head and your eyes. Good. See how he came out? That's how he's supposed to come out. And now look how he's going through the gate. Sideways. You see, he didn't do it that time. So now everything's going to get tighter. Throttle is good. He didn't let the clutch out enough right there. Okay, so let me say this to you guys. Okay, what I'll say to you guys is, the thing that you're all doing wrong is, even if you do the first one correctly, which means you're coming wide out, then you get to the second one and you go right towards it. It's going to catch you eventually as you go down the line. It's not impossible, but it's catching all of you. So,
If you cut it short, you're done.
yeah, well, I'm not going to say you're done because you guys have shown that you do have the skill to still do it, but it's catching you. Keely got through it. So when you come, it's like the figure eight. It has to be like the figure eight. Tom, the last time you did it, you started out perfect. Second one, perfect. And then the third one, you went right to the cone. So when you do that, now it's a much tighter turn. So I was watching you, Tom, when you went through here like this. That's how you should be going through every gate. So when you come this way, now you're going this way. You should be going through it sideways. What you guys are doing, you're coming at it like this. So now this is a tight turn. It's making you go out, if you don't really lean, now you're going out so wide And now you're going straight to this one, to the point where now it's going to make you go past this line or that line. So again, it's mini figure eights, just like you were doing over there. You weren't going to the corner, you were going to the side. So every time you make a turn, it shouldn't be a wide turn. You should be coming here. You should be closer to this cone initially, so that when you pass this gate, your motorcycle is actually facing this way. And then keep going this way. Don't go that way. Go this way. Look at the gate you came from. All right, so when you get here, wait till you get to this line and then turn. Look at this gate and then look at the gate you came from. Same thing. Now your motorcycle is facing this way. You're going towards the gate you came from. It's making it so much easier to do it this way. Because now when you get to this gate, this is a much easier turn because it's so wide. If you go right toward it, you're making that turn like this. And as it goes on, it's getting tighter and tighter. All right? Any questions on that? D, you got that motorcycle running? You're not allowed to turn it off again. Good. That's how you got to do it. Perfect, but he's going over the line, so that's a little too much. But that's fine. His head is buried. You got to pick up his head. Do it again. Start over. Start over. You got to come towards me. Come towards me. She went straight for the cones. Whoa, too fast. Too fast. Do it again. She popped that clutch. Throttle. So yeah, it's gonna catch her eventually. Unless she leans through it. Whoa! That was outstanding. And it actually, I caught the. When you went around, and you went around again, I said, "Oh shoot!" Hold up, kickstand first.
Yeah.
And okay. No, that's not how you pick this up. Oh, you don't have guards.
No, I have nothing.
Okay.
And I'm just letting y'all do the work.
That's cool. When you went around the first time, I was like, oh, that was perfect for everybody to see. She thought she was going to fall.
I did.
She didn't put her foot down. But then at some point, you just got out of it and it went down.
Yeah.
But guess what? You see how she went down? Notice nothing's hurt because she didn't put her foot down. Oh, that was beautiful. Let's do it again. But don't do that part. Oh, shoot. Put the kickstand up. Yeah, you might. When was the last time you started the battery? Got a new battery.
Sorry, y'all.
It's nothing for you to be sorry about. I'm just concerned because you don't live across the street.
Right.
I think it'll be fine. Unless something wrong with the charger, it should be fine once you get on the road. It's probably just a weak battery and then cutting off every time.
I'll just put this in here. Okay.
Take your time. There's no rush. So, did you guys notice that when she first thought she was going down, she went around in that circle, and then she went around, I thought she was going down right there. She trusted and believed, and then when she went around the second time, she stopped believing. And all she did was pull the clutch in. If she would have kept the power, she could have kept going around forever. But the reason why she's not limping away or anything like that is because she never put her foot down. Also, same thing. I was on the camera saying it's going to catch her eventually. The reason she had to lean so much is because she stopped doing the figure eight. She started going right to the gate. Beautiful. All right, here comes Dave scooting up on the seat. Keep that wheel turned, keep it turned. Now see, again, he's going right towards the gate. That's gonna catch him. I've caught him already. If you ever see yourself going right towards the gate, that's going to be a tough one. You're going to have to start that over. Let me run it one more time. I want you guys to see where my motorcycle is. All right. Now, right here is where most of you are having your problem. Because instead of your motorcycle being like this, your motorcycle is like this. Not that, like this. Turn your head and your eyes. I'm facing this way, not that way. Now what you guys are doing is this. So what I want you to see is, yeah, it's still possible to do it. It just makes it a lot harder. You got to lean the motorcycle more. All right, so figure eights. Just keep that in your mind. We'll do it one more time. Good. Much better. Much better. Perfect. Oh, much better. Much better. Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly how it needs to look. That's exactly how it needs to look. Perfect. that turn too early. You started that turn too early. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Good, good, good. Good, almost there. Beautiful. One more. There we go, Tom. There we go, Tom. All right, we're getting there now. Let's go, Dave. Good, good. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Kind of came straight up right there, so it's going to make this turn tough. And now everything after this is going to be a little tougher from that one turn. Yep, see? That one turn, all it takes is one and it'll throw you off. All right, let's go, D. She's going a little too fast. She can make up for it. You know why? It's all starting with this turn. You're not coming out wide enough. You need to be all the way over here. So when you go through here, you should be going through almost straight. You're still kind of coming at an angle. Come right here. Good. Those things are tough, man. Those things are tough. Man. Too early. Too early. Too early. Now everything gets harder from here. Not impossible, but it does get harder. All right, we're getting there, we're getting there. Still not over any lines, very good. Last one. Oh man, almost had it. It's the same place he put his foot down before. But it's still good, very good. All right, exercise number 9. All right, you guys are pioneers. I just came up with this today. Or I didn't come up with it, I decided to implement it. This exercise is rear collision avoidance. So this right here is the simulation of a car. Your motorcycle, the front wheel is going to be on this line. If you want to move back a little bit, that's fine. Again, this is not a police rodeo. When I tell you car, these are the lanes. You either will go to the left or go to the right. If you go to the right, next time you do it, go to the left. Now, car's coming, so remember, this is why we cover the rear brake and we don't stop at lights and go into neutral. Just in case something needs to happen or something's going to happen, you need to be ready to go. So, I'm covering the rear brake. I'm waiting at a light. I see in my rearview mirror, this car's not stopping. Now here's what I will tell you. If you make a turn like this, if you want to make a real quick transition when you're turning, your best bet is when you make this first turn, when you get ready to make that second turn, put your clutch all the way in. Because as long as there's power going to your rear wheel, your motorcycle wants to go straight, and you're going to go right through here. So quickly, let the clutch out, give yourself power. As soon as you get right here, clutch in, clutch back out. Here comes the supervisor. My wife always comes to check up. That's the boss.
Been the boss.
Well, we have a saying in my house. She's the boss, but I'm in charge. All right. Car's coming. You don't know the car's coming, so you're not going to be like this. You think you're going straight. You see it coming? Car. You don't have to do it real fast. Just do it. All right. Oh, she's leaving. Very good. All right. Car. Again, you don't have to do it fast. Just do it. All right? Any questions? All right. I got one even better. I'm gonna come up behind you when I'm getting too close. Let's go. When I get too close to you, take off. When I get too close to you, take off. Put up to the line. To the line. Beautiful. This is accomplishing two things. You should always be scanning. Always be scanning, checking your mirrors. And in DeAndre's case, checking her one mirror. Actually, she has to fix it. Hold on, we gotta fix your mirror.
Yeah, it's messed up. Yeah, because I couldn't see. I was like,
All right, whenever you're ready, just go ahead. All right, this time you're going that way. When you see me walk up on you, then go. Keep that throttle up. You heard his throttle go down? Okay. All right, in this exercise, you got to turn the handlebars. Turn the handlebars, turn them. Pull up some more. Okay. So I want you guys to treat this like it's a left turn or a right turn. You have to turn your handlebars, otherwise you're going to run into the side of that car, okay? Here I am. Turn, turn. Woo! Nice. Get my cardio on. Keep that throttle up. Here I am. Here I am. Reload. Turn your handlebars. Go. Good. Good. Preload, preload. Here I am. Turn, 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 turn. Here I am. Good. Alright guys, this is just U-turns once again. Straight up. Head and eyes. Go right towards the corner. There's plenty of room, so it's not like you're not doing fast transitions. Over here, head and eyes. Plenty of room to transition. Head and eyes. Straight out. So if you're going this way, you're making 2 lefts and 1 right. If you're going that way, 2 rights and 1 left. If you can't make an 18-foot U-turn, this is not going to happen. Okay, let's see who wants to tackle the maze. Guys, I don't know how much of the video that I got of exercise number 9 Turn it off. I don't know what was going on. I was talking to the camera. I got it.
I don't know.
You got your foot out?
No, it's. Kickstand. I didn't know he was going that quick. I had my back turned, and next thing I know. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You just went down slow, that's all.
Yeah.
Tom, forget about the cones. The same thing you did over there. Hug that line like you were doing. Go for it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna try that again. Left hand hurting now.
Okay, nah, don't do it. Let's see if anybody else is going. You gonna try this? You trying this?
I was going to.
Go ahead.
What you talking to me? From a kickstand?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll turn back around.
Okay. All right, Garnett's gonna try it.
They see me take a fall and they figured they might as well try it. Yeah.
Oh, look, somebody else trying it.
I got a bad knee too, so it didn't help much.
Yeah, exactly. Put your butt low, nice and low. There we go. Yeah.
Got it.
Every
Bit
time,
tighter.
every
Tighter than you thought.
every time Dave's bike go down, it's like an old man gently laying in the tub. Like it's never something.
Looking at him, he's like this.
It's never crazy. It's like the Matrix.
It's about to control craft.
He needs some of those plastic things.
Yeah, well, everybody does.
Control craft. You're right.
I went down slow too at first, and then it just.
Well, you don't have any guard, so that's why it just goes all the way over.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that worries me about it.
I think what's happening, I'm getting tired.
Yeah, we're gonna do follow the leader now. If you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. Okay, good. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on to follow the leader. We implemented some new rules in follow the leader. So nobody else wants any parts of the maze. And I don't want anybody doing anything they don't feel comfortable with. That's not what this is about. This is about practicing and getting your confidence up. If you're doing something you're not ready to do, that's just gonna bring your confidence down. All right? Follow the leader, baby.
exercises, particularly the offset cone weave.
Uh-huh.
That forced me to get into although I wasn't making the course, the cones properly,
yeah.
it was forcing me to get into that lock zone much more,
Yeah.
and I feel a lot more comfortable with lock right now. And as a consequence, my U-turns are much tighter.
Got you.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
yes.
so I feel a lot better. I think I definitely got some improvement out of this session today.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about. I'm gonna get to you in a second, but let me start with Tom. All right, guys. So Deandra shut this session down. She said, "All right, that's it. It's over." So we're gonna do some exit interviews. All the participants were nice enough to police up the cones, and I appreciate that. But we're gonna talk to Tom first. Tom, did you enjoy yourself today?
I did. Well worth the drive.
Did you get anything out of today? What I will say is you rated yourself at what when we first came?
Right at a 1.
Any change in that number in your opinion?
I feel I'm a strong maybe 3 or 4 now.
Okay. And listen, there's no way in the hell Tom was a 1. So I'm glad you didn't still say you were a 1. I definitely saw right from the start, really, the improvement. Like again, this was a great group of motorcycle riders today. So great group of preloaders today. Will you be back?
Most definitely. I'm going to try and be back this coming weekend.
Okay. And if you don't come back, what will you be doing in your hometown?
Practicing.
There we go. That's what I like to hear. All right, we're going to talk to Dave now. Dave, what did you rate yourself when you first came?
I came in about a 2 or 3.
Any change in that number?
Yeah, definitely. I feel, like I was much more comfortable in the full lock, tighter on the U-turns. One of the cores, the offset corn wave, I wasn't doing that great, but it forced me to lock more. So yeah, definitely. I think I probably would say about a 4 or 5 right now.
Okay, and that's excellent. That's excellent. You're in service?
I was in the military, yes.
Okay, what branch?
Navy.
All right, thank you for your service.
John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, thank you for your service. You could just be a fan. I don't know. All right. Will you be back?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, with
Okay.
my son and my riding buddy neighbor.
Okay, very good. And until then, what will you be doing?
Preloading and practicing.
Okay. And I want you to just tell the people, I want you to look right in the camera and let the people know, how much did this practice session cost you?
My gas. And buy my son groceries. That's it.
Okay, that's right. Preloaders don't pay. That's just the way it goes. Keely, what'd you rate yourself when you first came?
I was a 1.
I don't understand all right, what do you rate yourself at now?
I would probably go with a 3.5.
6, man.
He's being, I'm going to say, and that's his opinion, and everybody's their biggest,
Well,
their
here's
heart.
the thing, Rob. After seeing you, that's what everybody shoots for, right? So if you're, what do you rate yourself,
I'm an 8.
Robert?
I rate myself
You're
an
an 8. Okay. All right. So yeah, 3.5. If you're an 8, I'm a 3.5.
Okay.
That's fair, right?
And yeah, it is fair. I will say, and this is just my opinion, anybody that could do that figure 8 is not a 3.5. But that's just my opinion, because I've seen 3.5s. They can't do that. All right. So you can keep your number, and that's fine. I'm not fighting you on it, but I think you did excellent out here. I'm not even going to say I think. And you've been riding for how long?
About 3-4 months.
Months. So this is what I always say. I always say this the same way people say, oh, you're not supposed to compare children because they all develop differently. That's the same with adults too. We all learn differently. Some people just take the things more than others. This guy flies helicopters. That could be working for some strange reason. I don't know. There's people that can drive manual transmissions that the whole clutch concept, they get it quicker than somebody that doesn't know how to. So
I will say this. I think that somebody that's been riding for years, maybe they've developed habits. I've been watching your show now for a couple months, and I think the preloading is something I've done from the start just because I haven't picked up a bad habit to lose. I think as far as that goes, I think the preloading is key in picking that habit up. I think that's got a lot to do with it.
Okay, I want to thank you for calling my channel a show. I appreciate that.
It's a good show.
Yes, and he's absolutely right. I never had the opportunity to develop bad habits because I didn't know how to ride a motorcycle before the NYPD taught me. So everything I know is what they taught me. So that's why I don't have to get over the front brake thing. I never had that. Okay, but I do get it. Will you be back? Now I understand you guys are coming from a distance, so if you won't be back, will you be?
I'll be back.
Okay.
For sure. And when I'm at home, I'll be preloading, practicing, and getting some videos together for you so you can show it on your show.
Yes. Thank you. And I'm glad you guys said that. So yes, everybody here, yes, they're on. I've seen them ride. I have it recorded. But when you're on your own and you're at home, if you have a video of you practicing and you want to send it to me, please send that to me. I want all preloaders to see everyone practicing. Please, and try to not send me a video in 720p or or less, you know, because it's just going to be so grainy. It looks fine. I want you guys to know I always record in 4K. Does it take longer to upload? Yes. But I don't want to put something out there that's not, I don't like looking at something that's not in 4K. It's just the way I am. You can't drive a Rolls Royce and then go back to a Pinto. So once you get used to something, yeah. Once you get, that's right. Everybody, the youngins don't know, but the young, you know. So the point is, if it's something that's pleasing to me, I don't want to give anything less to you guys. All right. It doesn't matter if it takes a little longer. All right. I'm glad to have you here, man. I appreciate it. I want to really thank your wife. I wish I can get her on camera because she actually stayed here with Keely and his daughter. She doesn't have a choice though, but the wife does. She's the boss, and she stayed here the whole time. So I appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you. All right, Garnett, what did you rate yourself when you first came?
2.
Any change in that number?
I think I'm about a 5 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because again, no way. Matter of fact, the last figure eight we did, I mean, that's great. I look at you, and it looks like, I keep saying in my mind, uh-oh, but you keep that clutch.
Yeah.
You're good. You stay in the throttle. Excellent. So excellent job. All of you, really excellent job. Will you be back?
I shall. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's here. He lives in Savannah.
Call me, put out cones, whatever you need.
That's
here.
right.
All right.
So listen, you guys, I want you to remember Garnett's face. And if you don't see him next weekend, I mean, we have live stuff comes up, but he should be here more than others. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
All right?
Sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming, man.
Thank you.
D.
Wipeout.
D.
Just call me Wipeout.
No, nobody's calling you Wipeout. What did you rate yourself when you came?
I said a 4.
Any change in that?
4. I think maybe like a 5.5.
Okay, yes.
Not because I didn't learn, but because I just still need a little more work.
Yeah, of course.
Good stuff though. It was good.
We all do. Listen, I said before, whenever I'm making a right U-turn and I'm really leaning, my heart rate's always higher. Left U-turns are nothing to me. But that right U-turn always makes me still have to concentrate. I don't know what it is, but it just is. I've accepted it. I could keep practicing. I feel like I could practice it the rest of my life. It's never going to change the fact that that's always... But the way I look at it is it just makes me concentrate more.
Right.
All right? Will you be back? Now, I know you're coming from a distance.
Yeah. I wish we could duplicate you and put you in Birmingham. If I'm ever down this way and it works out, I definitely will.
Do you ride with a club?
I do.
Anybody practice?
We ride a lot, but practice like this, no.
Okay, maybe you can start that there because
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Just excellent, excellent, and I'm very happy for you to be out here. Not only to be out here because the females need more representation in the motorcycle community to begin with, but the way you ride that that road glide. Oh my gosh, hats off. Hats off.
Thank you.
I said it before, guys. You all did great. But everybody's looking at you. I hope you know that.
Okay.
You know, and I want that. I want people to look at her. I want people to look at you and go, I don't care what it takes to motivate people, long as they get out here. If it's the push-ups, which you still owe me 10, or if it's the...
I do owe 10.
Yeah, you did it again. You did it again, but don't worry about it. I'm going to do them for you.
Thank you.
All right? All right, and I think that's it. Is that everybody? Yeah, that's everybody.
I think D is a classic testament to the fact that you don't need muscle to handle a big bike.
You don't.
You need skill.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Excellent point, Dave. Excellent point. And I say that all the time. So, yeah, there are always going to be people that say, you should start on a light bike if that's all you can handle. And of course, I'm always going to have a different opinion about that because the first bike I rode was a Road King. So it was heavy. But the bottom line is, if you get all those fundamentals together, it doesn't matter. The only thing that's going to matter is picking it up.
Yeah.
And I did make a mistake by picking Dee's bike up twice. You know, I'm supposed to let her do that. That was a big thing in motorcycle school. Listen, there have been people in motorcycle school that have done everything perfect, but they failed because they couldn't pick up the motorcycle. It's a requirement, all right? But this is not motorcycle school.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is, my answer to that is 9 times out of 10, there's always going to be people around that can kind of give you a hand. All right, I'm gonna do a video on that too because there's a technique in everything that we do, and if you do that properly, it's no problem. Your legs are the strongest part of your body. As long as you get low enough, I would recommend too that you get some saddlebag guards.
I am.
Yeah, because those are great too. You grab on those, grab on your engine guard. Your handlebar, push it right up. All right, guys. So that's it. These guys, everybody's got a journey, but actually we're gonna take a ride to Harley Davidson because Dee's got to do some stuff with the mirrors and whatever. We got gas, so we're ready to go. Take care, guys. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks, Robert. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys. All right, guys. Practice session number 11 is in the books. It's a wrap. A lot of fun as usual. I'm back home. Motorcycle's parked where I normally park it. And it is 6:32 p.m. So today started for me at about 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning, going out setting up, and had a ball today, all right? Very good group, not just in their riding skills, but also in their people skills, all right? The preloaders, love my preloaders, I got to tell you. And the more of you guys that I meet, the more I just don't know what it is. I mean, maybe I'm lucky, lucky in the sense that it just so happens that every single preloader that I've come into contact with, whether it be personally or through email or through comment section, just great people. So I appreciate all of you guys. All right. I want to thank everybody that came out today. So the reason I'm doing the outro in my garage rather than on the practice course like I normally do is we had to, Deandra was going to Harley Davidson. She had to get a new mirror. She only had one mirror on her motorcycle because one of the screws stripped out, and she noticed that as soon as she got to the session. And because her motorcycle was having problems not starting, I think she jumped it about 3 times. So I told her it's best to just get a new battery. It's not like she just bought a battery last month. So we went to Harley Davidson, and I wasn't going to let her go by herself. So I wanted to hurry up and get out there because Harley Davidson closes at like 6 o'clock. But they took care of her. I was very happy about that. And she's on her way now back to Alabama. It's a pretty long ride. So I'm hoping that she gets there okay. As a matter of fact, I'm going to send her my number. She said she would email me when she gets there, but I want her to have my number just in case something happens on the way. All right. So, but I appreciate her coming out here and taking that ride. And the reason she's riding back also is it's rain in the forecast tomorrow. So she's got you saw her, she's got her leather on, she's chapped up, she's got heated gear. So she should be good. And she did very well, as did everyone else at today's class. So again, I appreciate them all. I appreciate you guys for watching. All right. Again, if you like what you see here, subscribe, like, share. And if you want to be notified every time I put a new video out, hit that notification bell and switch it to all. All right. So again, I can never thank my preloaders enough. So I want to thank you guys again for watching. I want to thank you for subscribing. I want to thank you for giving donations and emails and comments and things that you send me and coming out and practicing with me. I just want to thank you for all of it, guys. And I'm also going to put a link in the description to the first video where I said to you guys, if you want to come out and practice with me, I'd appreciate it. I was just watching that video a little while ago, and it really made me think, wow, from that day to now, how much this has grown. When all I thought I was just going to get a couple of people to come practice with me, local people, people that live in this area, just to come practice with me because it sucks to practice alone. And look what it has become. All right. And that's a blessing. I appreciate it. And I want you guys to know that I'm all in. I told you guys in that video when I did it, but I'm all in. I don't do anything half-assed. So I'm going to always give you guys whatever I have. All right. And if it's something I don't know, I'm never going to tell you anything. I'm not going to just make something up. I'll let you know I don't know. You guys know I don't know everything, and I don't claim to know everything. And if I don't know something, I'll usually throw it out to you guys, and I usually get the proper feedback. All right. So I don't want to talk you guys to death. All my brothers and sisters in blue, please be careful out there and know that you are appreciated. I want to give a special shout out to the NYPD Highway Patrol Motorcycle Unit, specifically Highway 1, because that's where I used to work. And also the Highway District Motorcycle School, because that's who taught me how to ride this motorcycle, the way I ride it. But the learning didn't stop there. I kept practicing, and that's the same advice I'll always give to you guys. You have to keep practicing. This is a perishable skill. If you don't keep practicing at it, you're going to lose parts of it, okay? All right, guys. Practice, 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 because practice breeds confidence, and a confident rider is a safer rider. Until next time, guys.